Booyah games. Just looked everywhere for this rulebook to Eternal. Couldn't find it, but I do have an idea where it's at. Did find the player health markers. But anyway, let's check out this Eternal Chronicles of the Throne Gold and Steel. Alright, the battle for the Eternal Throne continues. The rebellion has failed. The devastated city of Argenport rebuilds into a blossoming center of trade and commerce that attracts merchants from across Myria. Deadly weapons, powerful allies, and priceless treasures can be yours if you have the coin to spend. The first expansion for Eternal Chronicles of the Throne introduces exciting new strategies to your deck building card battling experience. Amass gold to purchase cards from your own secret market and unleash cunning surprises on your opponents. Equip your units with the new weapons to increase their strength and expand their abilities. 2 to 4 players, 30 to 60 minutes, ages 12 plus, 80 cards, 4 market trays, breaking them all Scrabble style, 20 gold tokens, 1 Sentinel token, and a rule book. Yeah, so it turns out I did open this before, but I never punched it or played it or anything. Alright, but anyway, you get a Sentinel token, 5 attack that it does, looks like. Is this the rulebook? No. Use stick. Promoting other games. Alright, then the Eternal Chronicles of the Throne. Alright, the Gold and Steel expansion can be combined with any standalone version of Eternal. And it brings about new mechanics, gold, market, weapons, and double influence abilities. Alright, 46 card market, 29 forge deck, 4 treasure trove, and the Eternal Throne, a new one. Tokens, 20 gold, 1 Sentinel, 4 market trays. Changes the setup. Use the new Eternal Throne card from this expansion instead of the regular old one. You still stack 2 Seek Power cards per player on top of it as usual. Okay, so yeah, so you got to get rid of the Seek Powers, and then I guess the Eternal Throne comes out. In each player's starting deck, replace 1 Diplomacy card with 1 Treasure Trove card from this expansion. Shuffle the 29 new Forge cards into the Forge deck. Don't reveal cards to create the Forge roll until the end of setup. Give each player a market tray, then shuffle the market deck. You can identify the 46 market cards by the gold cost in the upper right corner and their distinct border. Okay. After each player receives their basic unit, players gain 3 initial market cards using one of the methods on the next page. Keep the rest of the market deck nearby. It may be used during the game if players add more cards to their market. Each player's market cards are placed in their market tray, such as they are hidden from the other players. The cards in the player's market tray are referred to simply as market throughout the rest of the rules and on cards. Add the new Sentinel and gold tokens to the pool with the other tokens. The rest of the setup of the game is the same as Eternal Chronicles of the Throne. Setting up initial markets, choose the method that best matches your situation. For games with new players, if you're introducing Chronicles of the Throne to someone and using the Gold and Steel expansion, this method is strongly recommended. Deal 3 blind to each player. Players place these cards in their markets. For experienced players, 2-player game. Deal 4 market cards face down to each player. Each player puts 2 of the 4 cards into their market and passes the other 2 face down to their opponent. Then each player looks at the 2 cards passed by their opponent, chooses 1 to add to their market, and puts the other one on the bottom of the market deck. For experienced 3 to 4 player games, deal 4 market cards face down to each player. Each player chooses 1 of these cards to put in their market and passes the other face down to the player on their left. Then each player looks at the 3 cards that were passed, chooses 1, pass to the left. Then each player looks at 2 cards, chooses 1, and bottom deck the last one. Draft. Gold, earning gold. Players earn gold during the game by playing cards with the gold symbol in their text box. When they do, they take that many gold tokens from the token pool. When you play Exo, the Endless Horde, take 2 gold. And unlike power, gold can accumulate over multiple turns. You don't need to spend it by the end of your turn. go on ahead and underline it. Gold can accumulate over turns, unlike power. Alright, you don't need to spend it by the end of your turn. Paying gold. Once you have gold, you may encounter opportunities to spend it for game effects, returning it to the token pool. When you play Umbrian Coaxer, you can pay 1 gold to give it lifesteal. Alright. Markets. The most common way to spend gold is to play cards from your markets. Each player starts the game with 3 market cards hidden from the other players. The player may play a market card during their turn by paying its gold cost, returning the gold tokens to the token pool. No warp tokens need to be spent, even though the card is played immediately. On your turn, you may pay 2 gold from the token pool to play Learned Herbalist. Reveal the card from the market. Once the market is paid, card is paid for, becomes part of your deck. You don't pay gold again later when you draw a market card from your deck and play it. Adding cards to your market. Certain cards allow you to add a card to your market. Simply take the card from the market and put it in your market. From the market deck and put it in your market. The New Eternal Throne. Gold and Steel comes with the New Eternal Throne card for use with this expansion. Although setup for the new version is the same, the Eternal Throne has an additional effect during play. Once the Eternal Throne is revealed, any player may pay 5 mana to activate its ability on their turn. Once a player does so, flip the card over as noted in the ability to mark that the ability is no longer available. Weapons. Gold and Steel introduces a new type of card. Weapons. Units can be equipped with weapons to increase their strength and or provide special abilities. When you play a weapon, place it in your battle area. You don't need to equip a unit with it immediately. At any point during your turn, you may equip one of your units with a weapon in your battle area. Once equipped, the weapon remains there until that unit is discarded, and then discarded along with it. You may equip the same unit with it. Weapons, equipment. Double influence abilities. Some cards in Gold and Steel have abilities that activate if you play at least 2 other cards with the indicated influence symbol. If you played 2 other cards with the gold influence yellow influence on the same turn, Sand Warrior gives you a gold and you draw a card. Alright, let's check out the cards. Scrabble trays, 2 stacks of cards. Already opened them, I guess. But Treasure Trove, 3 of those. Spitfire. Spit these boys like Dragon. 3 gold. Once during your turn, if you generated at least 7 mana, deals 3 damage to the enemy player and destroy an enemy unit with 3 attack or less. That's a relic. Stoneheaver, 1 gold, 3 attack. Banishes Seek Power from the Forge. If you have the throne, or if the throne is out, create 2 attack Grenadins, 1 attack Grenadins. Yellow Influence, Apex Predator, 4 cost. This one comes in flying in the game. 6, 1 cost, 1 mana generation. If you generated at least 7 mana this turn, Apex Predator gets endurance and may block twice. Bury the Past, 1 gold. Banish a card in the Forge row. Reduce the cost of the card that replaces it by 2 this turn. Spend a yellow, you may banish this to destroy all enemy relics. If you have that influence, rather. Alright, 2 gold, Learned Herbalist. If you play a spell this turn, gain 3 health. Pillar of Amar, 3, 5. You may pay 2 to create a 5 Sentinel. That's that token there. Sand Warrior, 1 cost, 3 attack. Spend the 2 yellow. Get a gold. Have 2 yellow. Played 2 yellow cards this turn. That's the influence. Play 2 yellow cards before this one, or including this one, I don't know. And then get 1 gold and draw a card. Staff of Speed, 3 costs, plus 3. The Wielder has endurance. Yeah, it's a weapon, so plus 3. And the Wielder has endurance. Crown Watch Legionnaire, 1 cost, gold, 3 attack, lifesteal. Play 2 green cards. I'm sure before this one. Gets plus 1 attack and endurance. 2/2. 1 generation of mana. Your units with 4 or more have endurance. Elder's Feather, +1 equipment, weapon. When Elder's Feather is equipped to a green unit, draw a card, the wielder has flying. Yeah, green is justice in the game. Harsh Rule, 3-drop, board wipe. Banish this to destroy all enemy units. Yep. Oathkeeper's Hammer, 2 cost, +1, the wielder has lifesteal. To loot, Queen's Hand, 3 gold, cost 3. 1 for each of your relics. If the throne is out, +1 attack for each of your relics. Brilliant Idea, 3 cost. Draw a card. If you played 2 other blue this turn, draw a card. If the throne is out, then draw a card. Ice Bow, 1 cost, +1. When you equip Ice Bow to a unit, the unit deals 1 damage to an enemy player. Psionic Savant. Oh yeah, players look to start with 24 life each. No, 26, 28, 30 life each, yeah. Psionic Savant, 3/3, flying. If you played at least 2 spells this turn, draw 2 cards. Psionic Savant, Betty. Spear Diver, 2/2, Berserk. If you played a spell this turn, Spear Diver gets +1 attack and flying. Swindle, 5 costs. Banish this to put the top 3 cards of the Forge deck into your hand. Yeti Spy, 2/1. Whenever Yeti Spy damages an enemy player, draw a card. If you have a blue influence or whatever, Yeti Spy deals 1 damage to an enemy player. Dark Return, banish this to play a unit from your discard pile. Diesel Cabal Chairman, 4 gold, 4 attack. 2 mana generation. Diesel deals 2 damage to each enemy player unless the player gives you a gold. Lifesteal if you've played 2 purple this turn before this. Lethrider Provocateur, 1/2. Spend 1 or destroy all enemy weapons. Gain 1 gold or destroy all enemy weapons. If you have purple influence out there in the gain pile or whatever, the played pile, I guess, +2 defense. Obrak the Feaster, 6/3/6. Flying. When you play Obrak, destroy 1 of your units. Territorial Elf, 2/2. Berserk Voidbind can't block. When Territorial Elf is blocked, you lose 1 life. Thieves Pick, 2 +0. When the wielder damages an enemy player, draw a card. The wielder is unblockable while it has 3 or less. Bannerman, 2/3. 1 in Mercenary. Is that a new keyword or old? I don't know. Let's see, Mercenary. Nah, it's old. A card with Mercenary counts is 1 influence type of your choice. Alright, any of your choice. Okay. Fix It, 1 gold. Refresh 1 of your warp tokens. Add a card to your market and banish this. Momentum Builder, 12 costs, 8 attack. A Momentum Builder costs 2 less for each different influence you played this turn. Hell yeah, the flavor. Rampaging Warbear, 4 cost. Berserk can't block, draw a card. Rotor Cycle, 3 cost, 2 attack, 1 generation, flying, +1 defense and endurance. Sealed Right, 2 cost. Acquire a card with cost 3 or less without paying its cost. And if the throne is out, acquire a card with cost 6 or less instead. Treasure Trove, 1/1. Forgeborn, 2 cost, 4 attack. If you have 6 or more units, Forgeborn gets +3 attack. Hot Blood Barbarian, 2/2. Hot Blood Barbarian has Berserk while you have a relic. If you had an influence out, I guess in the played pile, +2 attack. Long Barrel, 1 +2. When you play Long Barrel, you may pay 2 to destroy a relic. 2 Plunder, draw a card. Yeah, these are, yeah, gold border. Plunder, draw a card. If you play 2 red, gain a gold and add a card to your market. Crown Watch Deserter, 2/3. 2 influence. Give up to 2 other units +1 attack. Topaz Drake, 4/5. flying. Your units with 2 or less have Berserk. Petition, 2. You may banish this to add a card to your market. Magus of Celerity, 3 cost, 3 swing. Put the next card you acquire this turn into your hand. Gold, so usually they go to the game pile, but here they go to your hand. Gold mine, 3. Banish this card for 2 gold. Banish this card and come up on 2 gold. 3 cost, Brimstone Altar. Once during your turn, you may destroy one of your units to deal 2 damage to an enemy player. Stand together, banish this to give all your units +1 spell. 5 cost gold, Curiox the Collector. 5 flying and endurance. Spend 1 and add a card to your market. They give you this. This avatar or whatever for buying the box of the original game as a code in the game. Alright, Katra the Devoted, 1/3. Whenever you gain life, you may return Katra to your hand. This ability can be activated from your discard pile. Good to know. Aerialist Trainer, 2/2. Give one of your flying units +3 attack. Oathbreaker. Not magic Oathbreaker. 2/3. Lifesteal. If you have another unit with Lifesteal, Oathbreaker gets +2 attack. Gorgon Swiftblade, 2/3. Draw a card. When Gorgon Swiftblade damages an enemy player, you may put him on top of your deck. Okay, regular cost, I believe, 3 and 3. Xtune Merchant. Can't block. Gain a gold or a card to your market. Oni Quartermaster, 4/2. 1, whenever you play a weapon, draw a card. I don't know if this symbol means you can either spend gold or you can only buy it when the throne is out. I forget. 1 generation, whenever you play a weapon, draw a card. If you have the red influence, draw a card. Ornate Katana, 4+2. Whenever you play Ornate Katana, draw a card. 2 of those. Exo the Endless Horde, 7. Flying, 2 gold. 5/1. Gain a gold or add a card to your market. If you have yellow influence, gain 2 generation. 1 mana. Give a unit +3 defense. You may pay 2 to gain 5 life. 2 of those. Lucky Prospector, 1/1 gold and endurance. Passage of Eons, 6 cost. Gain 3 mana. Yellow influence, destroy an enemy relic. If the throne is out, gain a gold. 3/2. Endurance. Green affiliation. Get a gold. Scepter of Nobility, 2. Once during your turn, if you have a unit with 4 or more attack, gain a gold. Stalwart Shield, 4 cost, +1. When you play Stalwart Shield, get 2 mana. The wielder has +2 and defense and endurance. 4/2. Winchest Merchant. Flying. Gain a gold or add a card to your market. 3+1. Crystal Dirk. When the wielder deals damage to an enemy player, gain 2 gold. Horde Plunderer. 3 cost. To attack, draw a weapon from your discard pile. If you got blue influence, draw a card, then discard a card. Genev Merchant, 5/2. 1 generation. 1 gold or add a card to your market. Snowball, 1. Deal 1 damage to an enemy player. Create a 2 swinging Yeti. Crendon Merchant, 4/1. Spend a gold. Gain a gold or add a card to your market. If you have purple influence, +3 defense. Pony Snatcher, 2/2. I remember when this card was added to the game. It was pissing me off for a second. Flying. When Pony Snatcher deals damage to an enemy player, that player must give you 1 gold or card from their market. 5/5. Umbran Coaxer. You may pay 1 gold to give Umbran Coaxer lifesteal. Xenon Destroyer, 3/3. 1 mana. Lifesteal. Can't block. Throne is out. You get +1 swing. +1 attack. Damage. 3 cost, gold mine, banishes for 2. Petition, the Eternal Throne, the new one. Any player may pay 5 for 2 gold, then flip the Eternal Throne, and all players add a card to their markets. Okay, one-time use effects. Okay. Alright. Let's see how long it takes to play this. But what are we doing? Tuvok.